Hey, what's up everybody? This is Big Dirty 1985, and I'm going to try to show everybody that has, kind of a shitty PC how to play Minecraft a little bit faster. And I just typed up this list of crap here that I'm going to show you how to do. Maybe, if your game's running like shit, then this will help you. I've been dealing with this for a while, as far as having old junky computers, and this is actually the best computer in the house. But anyway, this is the only one that's good enough to record on while I show you how to do all this. So I'm gonna try to get right into it. All right, first of all, set Minecraft to high priority. Probably have heard this one before, so run Minecraft. This is my wife's computer, so it's gonna be on her user account and stuff, but it'll be okay. Alright, so click play, blah blah blah. Alright, it should load pretty quick. I swapped it to the account. We normally play on modded, but we just swapped it to the unmodded one. Okay, if you hit Control Shift Escape, it'll bring you to the task manager, and over in the processes you'll see Java or Java W or whatever. And there's two of them. One of them is going to be your launcher, and the other one is going to be the actual game client. I ain't really noticed any real big bonus to turning the launcher up, so I tend to just leave it alone. But let me just go to anything. Because when you try to load into the game, whichever one is the game, I guess it's the top one, but it's going to go crazy and start taking up a lot more memory. So that's the one that damn it. That's the one that is going to be your game client. Okay, so I'm in the game. Let's see, hit escape. Alright, now, to set that to high, you just right click on it, set priority, high. You sure you want to change priority? Yes. And that's going to cause Windows to allocate more, RAM, Kool-Aid, chocolate, whatever it is pouring on it to make it go faster. Alright, now then, let's see. Alright, I'm sorry, this thing's a little scatterbrained. I've never done a video like this before, and I'm just trying to get everything done quick. Okay, so we set how to set it to high. And one thing about it, if you're running a server, let me open, this isn't actually for the server, but if you're running a server or running your game from a batch file, you can do start space / high Java, and that will set it to high priority automatically. And I guess while I'm here, I'll get into this. Also, if you're running from a batch file, you'll do the XMS, and then whatever your RAM you want to allocate to it. It should at least be 1 gig, which would be 1024M over 1024M. This number can be lower, but it doesn't seem to make a big difference whether it's lower or not. So as long as the top one is the, however much you want to give it, the other one can be a little lower. A lot of the stuff, I don't know exactly what it does. I'll just go down the list since I've already got this file open. But the class unloading enabled, that I don't know what that does, but I've read somewhere that helps. I'm just basically throwing everything that I've found at the problem, so that maybe some of this will help y'all. Perm gen sweeping enabled, that one made a big difference. Okay, the perm size is a major one. That will cause, especially if you're playing with a modded server, that's gonna give you, if you're having that Minecraft just run out of memory error. I think this by default is 64. You can set it to 128 or 512. 512 is a little much. You probably won't need it that high, but 128 or 256 will probably do you. And then just your rest of your batch file, how to run it. I'll try to put all this in the description if I remember, because I don't know if I've kept it in one place long enough for you to pause the video. Alright, let's see. Now you can turn off all your fancy bells and whistles in Windows. So like the arrow theme, you go to Control Panel, And oh god, it's been a while since I did this. Okay, here you go, display. Where is it at? Okay, change display settings, advanced settings. Yeah. Okay, it's been a while since I did this. It's under personalization. Anyway, while we're here, like I said, sorry, this is kind of all over the place. You can turn your background. If it's on an older computer and you're really having problems with it, you can turn your background off. This is a better one. So, but I mean, you would go to like solid colors and just set your background to black or something, and that will free up a little bit of your memory. It helps more than you think it does. Your Windows themes, that's gonna help. Like, I mean, you see mine. It's got the old start icon, and it looks like Windows 98. Turning all that fancy stuff off, going to a basic theme or a high contrast will help. Let's see, on window colors. I mean, see, I just went with a basic appearance. Okay. It's kind of driving me crazy that I can't figure out how did I disable the Alright, anyway. Yeah, okay, another thing. You go to your, I'm sorry, I did that kind of fast. You go to the control panel in your system, and you click on Advanced System Settings, or, yeah, okay, Advanced System Settings, or System Properties, I'm sorry. One of the things you can do is you go to Performance. Okay, yeah, here's the visual effects of the arrow theme, I'm sorry. You can click Adjust for Best Performance, and that's going to pretty much cut off everything, all the little fancy effects that makes everything pretty in Windows, but you don't care when you're trying to play Minecraft and you're lagging balls, or I'm sorry, dropping frames. So that will help. Just adjust performance, click apply, click OK. You can disable the UAC. I think that just makes it quicker to get stuff up, get things done as far as on the user end. It's not gonna. Okay. Apparently, my recording software is causing my computer to kind of bog down. What was the other thing I was gonna do? Alright. I might have to edit some of this crap out, because we're trying to do everything in a rush. That's the real problem. Okay, power options. Something else. You make sure your plan is set to high performance. It's going to use more energy, but I mean, you get the most out of your computer. All right. Let's see here. So, all right, yeah, we done got rid of the background, theme effects. Okay, yeah, I mean, uninstall programs. I'm not going to show you how to uninstall programs. You know how to fucking uninstall programs. If anything you haven't used in 6 months, uninstall it. It'll help a little bit. Okay, disabling services. If you hit Control Shift Escape, you go over here to services. Now, if you fuck something up, it's not my fault. But there are certain things. I mean, you can see all these that I have set to stopped. You go into services, and show you all your different Windows services. And I mean, the description kind of tell you, like, let's see, application information facilitates the running of interactive applications with additional administrative privileges. And it'll even tell you this service is stopped, yada yada. Most of them, I mean, just look at the ones that are, say, running, or whatever. I mean, Media Center locate connection. I don't use Media Center, so I disabled that service. I mean, if you know anything about computers, you know what you're going to use and what you're not going to use for the most part. I mean, just be careful in here, but it will give you a little bit of RAM if you're really, just really sucking it in the RAM department and need something. So that's another option. I mean, just basically just baby steps. You want to, drop weight anywhere you can, pretty much. Okay. Let's see here. Disable services. Yeah, okay. When I was Control Shift Escape again. When I was showing you the processes, and you go in and you find Java and turn it up. Okay, like so other stuff like Java updates scheduler, you can end that. Now on one of my computers I end it and it's fine. Now on I think it might be this one, if I end it, you wait just a few seconds, it'll come back. I mean, but if it's something you're not going to use, so let's say well, I think all my stuff, I need the camera recorder and other stuff, so let's see. But yeah, the hotkey commands, I always kill that one. So end process tree, and maybe that's the one that comes back. Anyway, if it's something you're not going to use, kill it, and that'll free up a little bit of your memory. And if it's something you're not using and you kill it and it just comes back, well then, if that's the case, then you can go in and set priority and just set it to below normal or low, and it'll at least use less memory. So I mean, like I said, just baby steps, just any way you can. Okay. Now then, another thing, setting Minecraft to run in I'll do the Minecraft stuff last. Alright. Update your Java. I mean, you just go to the Java website and update. But right now, at the time I'm recording this, the latest version is 8U20. 8 update 20. You don't want the JRE 8U20. You want JRE 8U11, because update 11 was the last one that worked with Minecraft. For whatever reason, Java 20 will break your Minecraft. So yeah, update Java, but not to 8 update 20. Hope that confuse you. And also, when you go to Java, you need to go to like the Java archive downloads or something. It's the basically the older versions. You can search it out in Google and find it. But yeah. Anyway. Okay, yeah, that file and Java arguments. I explained some of that. But I'm gonna do that now. Okay. So then, let's open my wife's game. And I'll try to show you some more stuff. Okay, I'm gonna go to the playing on my buddy Austin's server with all the mods. So like on hers, see the Java arguments or the JVM arguments. This computer has 3 gigs of RAM, but I only set it to use 2 because using all the RAM, it's got an internal graphics card on this one. And if you have an internal graphics card, then it's going to pull RAM from your system to use the visual RAM. Now, I hope I'm not talking too far over anybody's head, but basically, I mean, if you put a video card in there, then it's got its own RAM on board. But if it's the internal one that came with the computer that's built onto the motherboard or whatever, it is going to take away from your RAM as it's needed. And if you have this set to use, if you have Minecraft set to use all the RAM, there's not going to be any left over for the system to use. So, yeah, think about that. So try to, don't allocate all your RAM if you can help it, because it's gonna could make things worse. Alright, and perm size is, I have surge set to 512. I thought I changed that down to 256, but it's been running fine, so whatever. And then this other argument, the dash XX colon UseSSE equals 3. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, I don't have a fucking clue what that does. But I was, surfing around looking through forums and stuff, and that was one of the arguments that I found, and I added it to there, and it made her stop. It made her frame rate go up a little bit. So I don't know what that does. I'm not a Java expert, but I mean that helped in her particular case. Okay, so now then, let me go. I'm not gonna make y'all suffer through waiting on the all those mods to load. So let's go to this one. Click play, and it'll load pretty quick. We'll be sitting here for 10 minutes waiting on the other one. Alright, so let's go to, and first of all, if your computer's really sucky, like my kids have a little bitty laptop, and I played on a desktop that only had 1 gig of RAM, and I made it work even with mods. But the laptop, the little small, it's a little Acer shitty laptop, like $70 laptop. You have to, if you just play it in a smaller window, it just has to render less on screen, and that makes the difference of whether it just lagging a little bit or being completely unplayable. When they go full screen, they can't play their game at all, but just making it a slightly smaller screen helps. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is the video options. You want your graphics set to fast, render distance as low as you can stand it. I mean, you could go down to 4. I mean, you could go down to 2, but it's gonna suck balls. She keeps hers on about 6. That seems to work for us on this computer. Smooth lighting. I normally turn mine off, but her computer's got a slightly better processor than the old one I was using. So, minimum is okay, but off is better if you are, really having a shitty computer. You want your frame rate to be unlimited. 3D anaglyph is off. UV scale is not really going to matter. Brightness, I've heard that setting it to moody is better, and I play with mine on moody, and it seems to be better, but she's scared of the dark, so she likes it on brightness 50, so she can see. Turn your clouds off. That's one less thing for them to render. Particles, I like to keep mine on decreased. Minimal will give you a little bit more frame rate, but you're going to be missing stuff like lava dripping from the ceiling, and you're going to dig up under some lava and fuck yourself real good. So I like to keep mine on decrease so you can at least see the drips of lava. Server textures, I don't think that really matters a whole lot. Honestly, I don't know about that one. Full screen off for the reason I told you before. Bitmap levels, I want to say that the lower that is, the better, but I'm not really sure what that does. Anisotropic filtering off. And then these last two, Advanced OpenGL and Use VSync, these are going to be determined entirely on your computer. Chances are they're not going to work. Because, if you're watching this video because your Minecraft runs like shit, it's because you have a shitty computer. And the OpenGL, that goes along with the, I was talking about the onboard graphics card before. If your graphics card is shit, then chances are this isn't going to work because it only works on good, newer graphics cards. So off or on, it's not going to matter. So just turn it off because it's not going to work on an older graphics card. And V6 is kind of a different side of the same coin. This uses your it's for newer processors and like multi-core processors and stuff. So if you're running on like an old Pentium 4 single core, like a lot of the ones I'm running on over here, it's not going to help because it's for newer processors, so off or on, it's not going to make a difference. This is the only computer in the house that's even new enough, for it to even matter. But, it seems to help if you have the hardware to support it. Those two. And I don't know how long this video was. I hope I didn't ramble too awful much, but as far as I can recall, everything I can think of, because I mean I've really just combed the internet and tried to put everything that I found in one location to maybe it'll help somebody. Because I mean I'm always having to build computers from just scraps. So I mean it's difficult to get that to run on an old piece of junk. But anyway, this will be the first video that I put on my new channel. I'm gonna try to maybe do some Minecraft videos and not ramble so much, but let me know if there's anything else you want to see. I had an idea that I might take a step-by-step of how to install mods and how to install multiple mods, and fix item conflicts and stuff, that kind of thing. So, if you're interested in, somebody showing you something like that, then, just let me know in the comments. And, yeah, I think I've rambled long enough, so I'll talk to y'all later. Hey guys, just real quick, just a few things I forgot. Here's all the different Java arguments that I have found while I was looking through the interwebs, trying to find, ways to make things run faster. So you can experiment with these. I believe this is everything that I found. Aggressive optimization, AggressiveOpts right here. That one's supposed to help, but it crashed my wife's game for whatever reason. But I mean, your results may vary. But I mean, yeah, just you can play around with these on your Java arguments, see if that helps any. Other thing was you can go to System. I can't believe I forgot this one, but Advanced System Settings, because I just reviewed my video and I looked right at it. You go to Performance, Advanced. You want it adjusted for the best performance of programs, and under virtual memory, you want to set a paging file. You will uncheck the automatically manage these. And set it to custom size, and you just want it to be, like, okay, see right here, okay, it shows the minimum allowed and the recommended. I just went balls to the wall and set it to 10,000 megs, which is just under 10 gigs, and that will help a little. It ain't got to be that high. I mean, just you want it to. It basically just gives your RAM a little bit of leeway, because it pulls memory from the hard drive to use as temporary RAM. So there's that, and then there is ReadyBoost. I don't know if you've ever heard of that or not, but you get you a little USB flash drive, you plug it in, and down here, if it supports it, it'll say speed up my system using Windows ReadyBoost. Click on that and dedicate this device to ReadyBoost, and make sure the bar is all the way full, and click apply and OK and all that, and it'll use your flash drive as RAM also, which is faster than your hard drive, because it's a solid state memory. But anyway, those are the few things that I forgot, and like I said, hope that helps. Later.